So yet again, I see myself beside the Curvv.ev. This time it's not a clay model, it's not a concept car, but it is the actual production version. Yes, this is it. This is what you are going to get from Tata Motors. And now that it's launched, the price starts between 17,49,000 rupees, going all the way up to 21,99,000 rupees. That's it. Now, as far as battery is concerned, there are two battery options that the car will get. It's a 45 kilowatt hour battery pack and a 55 kilowatt hour battery pack. Now, the 45 kilowatt hour battery pack gets 502 kilometers of range, and yes, power too is good enough. So 0 to 100 kilometers per hour is done in just 9 seconds. That's a theory that we will try and figure out during our drive very soon. Now, the 55 kilowatt hour battery pack, that's the one that's interesting because it gets 164 brake horsepower on offer, and 0 to 100 kilometers per hour is done in just 8.6 seconds. Very interesting to see how that works out in real world conditions. But 585 is the claimed range for that car as well. So yes, very interesting figures, and we will put them to the test when we drive the car. Well, the interior is pretty familiar because there is stuff here that you would see in the Nexon. The steering wheel is slightly different, but well, that is not. That's the 12.3-inch touchscreen infotainment system with Arcade.ev. That is something that we will put to the test when we drive the car. It of course gets some new features as far as apps go, but overall still remains the same, something that we've already seen on the Nexon.ev. Now, overall you see here very less buttons, all pretty much related to touch. Now, everything here just lights up when you start the car, which is all right, but otherwise it's just blank and nothing to see here. All of this is pretty good. What's bad is, well, you get these white color seatings, and I'm already telling you this is going to need some taking care of because there's going to be a lot of dust, and especially during this monsoon it's going to catch a lot of dust and mud, and that's going to be pretty much a chore to do every single time anyone gets in and out of the car. But overall, that white brings out the airiness in the cabin, so it looks very spacious. Now, that panoramic sunroof also adds to the spaciousness of the car. Having said all of that, it will be interesting how this one drives, and I can't wait to tell you more about it. Now, good part about this is that vehicle-to-vehicle charging technology and vehicle-to-load technology both are available in the 45 kilowatt hour battery pack as well as the 55 kilowatt hour battery pack. So yes, there is some parity there. It is really interesting how Tata Motors has been able to get that right, get that combination right. But the ICE version also is coming very soon. So let's take a look at what that looks like. So if you are the kind of person who cannot distinguish between an ICE version and an EV version just by looking at the front grille, well, Tata Motors has made it very simple for you to differentiate between the two. This one is the ICE version. Why? Because the gold essence color that you have here, that's exclusive to the ICE version, the top line. And the other blue that you saw there was basically only for the EV. So yes, you see this one, it's ICE. But other than that, yes, there is a differentiation between this and the EV version by just looking at the grille. As you can see there, we have already seen that when we did the walkthrough of this car, but a lot has changed. You know, wheel sizes from 16 to 18 inches offered on this car, which is great. Good amount of options that the customers can now go in for. But the big news here is the kind of engines that are on offer. The 1.2 litre turbocharged petrol to be offered with 123 brake horsepower. That's great, and that's what we wait to find out how it drives. The other version is the 1.5 litre diesel, which is 117 brake horsepower. Now, a lot needs to be said about how these have been engineered, how they will ride, but we wait to tell you about that once we drive it, of course. But overall, looks very promising. We can't wait to get behind the wheels of this one, as I said earlier. Now, bookings for this car have not yet begun. Bookings for the EV will begin from August 12th. So, we are going to drive the EV version of the car very soon, and we'll have that review on Atto Drive for you.